Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Rahmat Alam by Sayyid Suleiman Nadvi. Mercy for Universe, Muhammad peace be upon him, translated by Adolf Luther. Chapter 38, War of Tabuk. Syria and Egypt were governed by Roman Christians. Alexandria was their capital. Syrian boundary extended to Hijaz. Hearing the uprising of the new power of Islam in Hijaz, the Romans were much perturbed. On the boundary of Hijaz in Syria, there is a place called Tabuk, the people of which place had embraced Christianity. They were governing that province under the Romans. Among their chiefs, the Ghassani were most powerful, and they had been appointed by the Romans as administrators of that region. It was the news in Medina that Ghassans were planning to plunder Medina. The Qubli traders from Syria narrated that Romans had gathered a huge force in Syria and their soldiers were equipped with war weapons. The Prophet ordered the Mujahids to make preparations to meet the eventuality. By chance it was summer. There were signs of famine in the country. The hypocrites had the time of great trial. They avoided the war and dissuaded others to participate in that war. But the courageous Muslims had a good chance for the renewal of their faith and belief. It was not a war with a few Arab tribes, but with the biggest power of the world at that time. The rich companions contributed enough money towards the war fund. They had to go to a far-off place and they needed enough money for the purpose. So adequate arrangements were essential for the journey. Hazrat Usman offered 300 camels. The Prophet prayed for him. Whenever the Prophet went out of Medina, he used to make someone responsible for the maintenance of law and order of the city. The wives of the Prophet were not accompanying him this time, so it was necessary to leave behind some relative for their safeguard. He selected Hazrat Ali for this responsibility. Hazrat Ali had requested, "O ye Prophet of God, you are leaving me behind with women and children." The Prophet said, "Don't you like it that you are to me as Aaron was to Moses?" This was a great honor for Hazrat Ali, which he could never forget throughout his life. The Prophet left Medina and he had with him 30,000 mujahids, among whom were camel riders. As soon as they reached Tabuk, they came to know that it was a mere rumor and Romans had no plans for raiding Medina. But it was true that Ghassan lords were endeavoring against the rising power of Islam. The Prophet and the Mujahids spent some 20 days at Tabuk. It happened that during their stay over there, the pity and righteousness of 30,000 Mujahids, the lovers of God, spread their virtuous influence in the surroundings of Tabuk. Full concession had been given to the infidels if they paid a small amount of tax and be in shelter of Muslims. The Muslims were then held responsible to look after them. In the Holy Quran, this tax is known by the name of jizya. This was the first instance when a non-Muslim community came under the care of the Muslim rule. Island near the Gulf of Aqaba was a small state of Arabs. Its chief, Yohanna, presented himself before the Prophet and paying the tax accepted to live under the shelter of Muslims. Jarba and Azra, Christian Arabs too, after paying jizya, had the protection of the Muslims. An Arab chief, Akiza, at Dumatul Jandal, at some distance from Damascus, was under the influence of Romans. The Muslims raided that place with 400 riders and brought that chief into the court of the Prophet. He was set free on the condition that he would come to Medina and offer peace conditions. So he, along with his brother, came to Medina and was given full protection. The voyage to Tabuk was of great importance. It was an attempt to face biggest power. So the Muslims celebrated the occasion on their return. The people of Medina came out of the city to give them suitable reception. The women folk also had come out of their houses to greet the Prophet. The girls sang songs and eulogized the Prophet. The moon shone on us from the Wada Valley. Gratitude to God is essential for us till the world remains. Jazakallah, narrated by Sabine Abbas. May Allah guide us on the right path. Ameen. Jazakallah. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the updates till next time. Thank you.